Hello viewers, this is AKWasp, and I'm bringing you another guide today, and this is a guide for a very fast combat experience. And the method that I'll be illustrating is taking down the Armoured Zombies, which can result in upwards of 180k combat experience per hour, which is really good. A few nice things about this is the diversity of the level of players that can take them on. They're very effective if you're a fully maxed player, but they're also pretty effective to take down even if you are a relatively low level player. The primary requirement for taking down the Armored Zombies is the Defender of Varrock quest, which has requirements in the mid-50s for mining, smithing, hunter, and agility. So relatively lower level requirements. So intermediately leveled players can very reliably take down these zombies. A few nice other things about them is they're weak to slash. They're also undead, so the Salve Amulet works excellent against them, and you don't need any particular piece of equipment to take them down, so you can wear Void. All of this is excellent, and the fact that they're weak to slash means that you can very effectively use a whip or a vine whip, and you don't need a chaotic to do a lot of damage very accurately, which results in the high combat experience per hour. Anyways, to get to them, you have to go through the Varrock Palace, ascend through the tower by 2 flights of stairs, and then talk to Heartwind. He will teleport you into the wilderness. Previously, it was possible to, or the only way to get to them was to run through the wilderness to get there, but since the Bloodwood trees have been, Blisterwood trees? No, Bloodwood. Well, the blood trees have been added to the wilderness. RuneScape has added this new teleport option to get to them. Anyways, talking about the equipment that I recommend bringing along with you is, well, definitely bring the Salve Amulet. If you don't know how to get that, I'll be posting a guide shortly, so check that out. That'll give you 20% extra attack and strength when taking them on, and then also wearing Void Armor boosts or stacks with the Salve bonuses to give you a total of almost 70% extra strength and 50% extra attack on top of an extra 10% damage. All of these things are awesome, and when you stack them with very nice strength gear such as the Fight Kiln Cape and a Berserker Ring and some boots that do damage like Dragon Boots or Steadfast, you're going to be just dishing out some insane amounts of damage, which results in the high rate of experience. Now, the flip side of this is you actually don't really need to be defended because there's an altar really nearby. And there's also prayer potions, since it's relatively easy to bank from this, and prayer potions are really cheap. You might not even want to use the altar. Personally, I don't. If you're a high level player, I wouldn't use the altar, but if you are lower level, then go ahead and use that altar. It will take away from your experience rate slightly if you're climbing up and down the ladder all the time, especially since these zombies are afkable, since they're always aggressive. If they do become unaggressive though, running up to the altar to recharge your prayer is a good idea, because when you come back down they will be aggressive once again. Anyways, I recommend not using any protection prayer and just using turmoil or your best offense prayer. But if you are a lower level player and you're getting hit too hard, by all means go ahead and turn on that protection prayer. Another alternative, if you want to conserve on your prayer potions and your prayer points, is to wear some defensive gear such as Bando's armor or even dragon or rune armor. Will work wonderfully to give you enough defense, because the zombies max hit is in the 80s and they don't hit all that well. If you have some decent defense, they won't hit you at all. Now, if you're a fully maxed player, the Void Armor is enough so that they don't hit you. I'm able to totally survive with just the Bunyip. Of course, you could bring a Unicorn or whatever you prefer. Enhanced Excalibur is another great way to heal. Extreme Potions, Extreme Attack and Extreme Strength work wonders and are probably what I would recommend to anybody who can bring them. If you can't, just buy some super attack and super strength out of the GE, and that'll help increase your DPS, which in turn will increase your experience gain. And if you are really dedicated on getting the best experience per hour that you possibly can, go ahead with the overloads, because you can't beat them, but they are rather expensive. What isn't expensive is prayer pots. Prayer pots are incredibly cheap and very effective to bring here, so definitely I would recommend just bringing pretty much full inventory of prayer pots along with whatever offensive potions you want, and that'll be a great way to do it. Bringing along a bone crusher and or herbicide also works great, since they drop lots of herbs and lots of bones. And they're not really worth looting, so you might as well get some extra experience out of that if you have it. If you don't, no big deal. Not a huge amount of experience that is being bypassed. Another thing that I recommend bypassing is the loot. They do drop lots of stackable loot, and if you pick it up, you might make upwards of 150k an hour. If you're a lower level player and you consider that to be a lot, then by all means go ahead and do it. But if you're a high level player, realize that the decision to loot the drops will inversely affect your experience gain. So if you're making money, you'll be gaining less experience. Also, you'll be taking away from the AFK ability of this. Well, it's a task. You could do it as a Slayer task, but then you can't use the body armor. And the whole point is that it doesn't require Slayer to be very effective. So anyways, I hope everybody enjoyed this guide and that you found it to be informative. And I have a verification video also, which is a supporting video that supports my claim for the purported experience rates. Check that out if you would like. It has a few kills going on over there. And yeah, hope everybody enjoyed the video and have a great day.